Exercise 1.1 seventh problem. In a magic square, each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. Check which of the following is a magic square. So there are two magic squares given. I've drawn only the first one, but you can see the question here. There are two magic squares given. So you need to find out which is the magic square and which is not. Okay, so I've drawn the first one here. So this is the first one, as you can see, a magic square. So we need to find out whether this is a magic square or not. Okay, so that's what the question is. But what is a clue given? How can we know whether it is a magic square or not? The hint is each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. Sum means what? Total, the total of addition. Alright. So each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. So you can see here, alright, I've drawn, those who don't know what are rows and columns, see, this is column, okay, like this, alright, from here to here is column 1, and this is the second column and this is the third column, okay. Rows will be like this is the first row and this will be the second row and this is the third row, okay. Just for your reference I've drawn this, those who don't know, alright. So what they are saying is, and diagonal, what do you mean by diagonal? Diagonal is like this. See, this is diagonal, alright. So this, this is one diagonal and the other diagonal is here. So we can mention this as D1 and D2, okay. So these are the rows, columns and diagonals. So the hint is all these rows, columns and diagonals will have the same sum, which means that when you add these first row, first column, second column and third column, as well as first row, second row and third row, and also first diagonal like this, that is 5 and -2 and -3, when you add this, as well as the second diagonal, that is -4, -2 and 0, like this, okay. When you add all this, you will get the same sum, which means that for all these addition, you will get the answer will be same. You will get the same answer. So if you get the same answer, then it is a magic square. Otherwise, it is not. Okay, so let's find out whether this is a magic square or not. So first, what can we do? We'll start with the column. Okay, so for column, alright, so we have mentioned the first column as C1, okay, so you have understood this. So this will represent as C1, C2 and C3, okay. So I'm taking the C1, first column, that is C1. C1 is what? 5 plus -5 plus 0. So we'll add this and we'll find out the answer, okay. 5 plus -5 plus 0. Now 5, what is plus into minus? Plus into minus is different sign, means when you multiply, different sign means it's always minus. Plus into minus is minus and minus into plus is also minus. So plus into minus is minus, you can remove the bracket, 5 plus 0, okay, which is equal to, what is 5 minus 5? 0. 0 plus 0. What is 0 plus 0? 0, okay. So you got the C1, that is the first column, as 0, okay. Let's go to the second column, alright. I'll write it here, C2, okay. C2 is equal to, what is C2? -1, -2 and 3. C2 -1 plus -2 plus 3, which is equal to, so this I can directly remove the bracket, so -1, here it is plus and minus. So what is plus into minus? Different sign, so plus into minus is -2 plus 3, which is equal to, see, now this is same sign, -1, -2. Same sign means we should add or subtract? We should add. So 1 and 2, when we add, what do we get? 3, and take the sign of bigger number. Which is the bigger number? 2. Sign is minus. So it will become -3 plus 3, which is equal to 0. So C2 is also 0. So C1, C2 same. Let's go to C3. C3 is -4, 7 and -3. -4 plus 7 plus -3. So remove the bracket, -4 plus 7, plus into minus is minus 3, okay. Now let's take all the same signs together just to avoid confusion. So I'm writing, same signs I'm writing together. So minus 4 and minus 3 I'm writing first, and then plus 7, which is equal to, now minus minus same sign, so you should add or subtract? We should add. When you add 4 and 3, what do we get? 7. Take the sign of bigger number, so it will become minus 7 plus 7, which is equal to 0. So you got all 3 columns 0. Okay, let's go to rows. For rows, rows will represent as R1. So this is R1, R2 and R3. Okay, so this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Like how you sit in the class and all. Okay, you and your friend and your other friend, you sit together, right, in a row. So that's how it is. So rows means like this. All right, now row 1. Okay, for rows, row 1, which is equal to, for row 1 is what? 5 minus 1 minus 4. So 5 plus minus 1 plus minus 4, which is equal to 5. What is 5 plus into minus? Minus 1. Again plus into minus is minus 4, which is equal to 5. Now this is minus minus, so we should add because it's same sign. 1 and 4, when we add, what do we get? 5. Take the sign of bigger number, that is minus 4 is bigger, so it will become minus 5. So what is 5 minus 5? 0. Okay, let's go to row 2. Okay, row 2 is what? Minus 5, minus 2 and 7. So it is minus 5 plus minus 2 plus 7, which is equal to minus 5, and then plus into minus is minus 2 plus 7, which is equal to minus minus same sign. So we should add 5 and 2 will become 7, sign of greater number, which is minus 5 is greater, so it will become minus 7 plus 7. What is minus 7 plus 7? 0. Next, go to the third row. Okay, so this is the third row, 0, 3 and minus 3. So 0 plus 3 plus minus 3, which is equal to 0 plus 3 plus into minus is minus. What is 0 plus 3? 3. 3 minus 3. What is 3 minus 3? 0. See, we got rows also 0, 0, 0. Right. Next is what? So we have finished with rows. We have finished with columns. We need to do diagonals. What are diagonals? See, this is diagonal. Okay, diagonal is like this. You must have learnt in polygons and all. So diagonals is like this. So see, this will be the first diagonal. Alright, so this will become D1. And what about the other diagonal? This side. Okay, so this is the second diagonal. This is D2. Okay, so D1. D1 is what? 5 minus 2 minus 3. Okay, D1 is okay, either you can represent as capital D or small d. So I am using only small d. So D1 is equal to 5 minus 2 and minus 3. Alright, so 5 plus minus 2 plus minus 3, which is equal to 5. What is plus into minus? Minus. Minus 2, again plus into minus, minus 3, which is equal to, same sign, let's add first, 5. So these two are same signs, 2 and 3 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, and sign of bigger number, that is minus. Minus 3 is bigger, so it will become minus. 5 minus 5 is 0. Right. Let's go to the next diagonal, D2. See, D2 is what? D2 is this, minus 4, minus 2, 0. Alright. Minus 4, okay, plus minus 2 plus 0, which is equal to minus 4 Plus into minus is minus 2 plus 0. What is minus 4 minus 2? Minus 6 plus 0. What is minus 6 plus 0? Minus 6 plus 0 is minus 6. And the answer is not 0. Do you understand? Alright. Now if you see here, see diagonal 1 also you got 0. And all the rows and columns, okay, all this you have got as zeros only, but except one diagonal, the second diagonal D2, only D2 you have got minus 6. So is this a magic square? Can you take this as magic square? No, you can't. Alright, okay. So at last we should mention, since magic square means what? All rows, columns and diagonals, all three, when you add you should get the same answer, okay. But here except one, rest all you got the same answer, but one is different, right? Diagonal is second diagonal is different, okay. You have not got 0, instead you have got minus 6, okay. So therefore it is not a magic square, okay. So how can you write this? Since, all right, since the second diagonal D2 is not same it is not a magic square, okay. So this is the answer.